What's up, YouTube? This is your boy John from the Jersey Shore, and I am back with you today to give you my review of the 1976 film, Carrie. If you're already a subscriber to my channel, welcome back. It's good to see you again. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button now. Get that out of the way. The screenplay to Carrie was written by Lawrence Cohen, and it's based on a novel by Stephen King, starring Amy Irving, William Katt, a very young John Travolta, Piper Laurie, and Sissy Spacek as Carrie. Carrie begins with a bunch of high school girls out in the field playing volleyball. When the game is over, it's time to go inside and hit the showers. While they're inside showering, they show Carrie taking a shower. Everything's in slow motion. They're playing nice soothing music. And all of a sudden, they show her washing her thigh. And all of a sudden, you see blood running down her leg. So Carrie just got her period. And not only did Carrie just get her period, Carrie's never had her period before. So she's scared to death and she thinks she's dying. So she runs out of the shower and she runs up to the other girls in the locker room. They quickly realize what's going on. They back her up into the shower and start throwing tampons at her and yelling, "Plug it up." Are high school girls really that mean? It's really cruel. This scene it actually is kind of heartbreaking to watch this scene. To think that there actually could be girls out there being made fun of like this, it's kind of disturbing. As a guy, quite frankly, I have no idea whether these kind of things actually happen, but I certainly should hope not. So the next thing we see is the gym teacher runs in. I believe her name was Mrs. Collins. She goes into the shower. She realizes what's going on. She has all the other girls back off. She's trying to comfort Carrie. Eventually, they get her cleaned up. They get her dressed, and she has Carrie in the principal's office. The gym teacher's telling the principal that she thinks that Carrie needs to go home. She thinks that she can walk home. She doesn't need a ride. She explains what's going on. The principal seems to really have, no sympathy for her whatsoever. And he continuously is referring to Carrie as Cassie Wright instead of Carrie White. And this is where you see Carrie demonstrate her telekinetic powers the first time. You see her looking down at an ashtray. Yeah, you could smoke in the schools back in the 70s. She's looking down at the ashtray that's on the principal's desk, and she says, "My name's Carrie." And you see the ashtray start to wobble, and suddenly it flips off the desk and lands on the floor.
Sorry about this incident, Cassie.
It's Carrie!
The next thing you see is Carrie walking home from school, and there's some kid riding around her on his bike, and he's calling her Baby Carrie. He rides up, he's Baby Carrie, Baby Carrie, and all of a sudden, she flips him off of his bike, so now she demonstrated her telekinetic powers again. So now we meet Carrie's mom. She is a religious nut. She is quite crazy. She seems to believe that everything is a sin. And Carrie is attempting to tell her mother what happened, and she's saying, "Why didn't you tell me, Mama? I was scared."
Why didn't you tell me, Mama?
She's trying to get her mother to hold her, to calm her down, to comfort her a little bit. And her response to that is she drags Carrie into the prayer closet.
We'll pray, woman! Pray to lost of saving souls! God visiting curse! This was like... This was the second curse, and this was a curse of childbearing. And he brought both pain and sweat and blood.
Because that's normal. And inside of that prayer closet, there's a bunch of candles set up that can be lit while she's praying, because it's a closet. It's pitch black in there. She's got lights in there that she can light so she can pray. And she's got the most creepy-ass Jesus crucifix on the wall that you ever seen in your life. He's almost discolored. He's got bright white eyes, and he's hanging all crooked. He's got arrows stuck in him. It's the creepiest crucifix that I've ever seen in my life. It ain't no wonder this poor girl's afraid of everything. So now we're back at the high school with the gym teacher. She's got all of the girls that were in the locker room being nasty to Carrie lined up. And she tells them that she would like to take away their prom privileges. But she was not allowed to do so. So what she was given was the opportunity to take all of these girls after school for an hour and have her way with them. She's got these girls doing push-ups. She's got these girls doing wind sprints, jumping jacks. She's got them doing sit-ups. She's got them doing all kinds of stuff out there. running in place, running laps.
Get your knees up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Come on, you hot shots. 1, 2.
I can't get away with this. I'm gonna get her. Let her go, Chris.
And one girl steps up and says that she's not going to do this anymore. This girl's name is Chris, and she's played by Nancy Hargensen. So when she says that she's not going to do this anymore, the gym teacher then tells her that if you don't do what I tell you to do every day for an hour for the next 5 days, you will have your prom privileges taken away. You will not be able to go. So Chris then jumps in the gym teacher's face, and Mrs. Collins slaps her.
1, 2, 1, 2.
The period's not up, Hargensen.
It is for me.
Keep running! Well, there are 10 minutes left.
Stick 'em up your...
It was a much different time in the 70s. So then Chris gets pissed off that she's alone and nobody is going to join her, and she just walks away. The next character we see is Sue. She's portrayed by Amy Irving. She is out at the track where her boyfriend Tommy is out there with the track team doing laps. She pulls him aside and says, "Can I talk to you for a minute?" And then she says, "If I ask you to do me a favor, would you do me a favor?" And he said, "Yes, of course I would." So that's when she says that she would like Tommy to ask Carrie White to go to the prom with him. Tommy is portrayed by the actor William Katt, and for those of you out there that grew up in the late 70s and early 80s, he's the dude who played the greatest American hero. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air that I never thought I could feel.
Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could feel so free. Flying away on a wing and a prayer.
So Tommy does exactly that. He asks Carrie if she'll go to the prom, and she tells him no. Then you see Tommy drive his car to Carrie's house and go to the front door, where his persistence pays off, and Carrie finally does agree to go to the prom with him. So Mrs. Collins sits down with Sue and Tommy because she thinks that their intentions are not good, and they do explain to her that they're not doing this to hurt Carrie, they're actually doing this to help her. So now back to Chris. Her and her boyfriend have jumped the fence at a pig farm with a gas can and a sledgehammer. What are they going to do with that sledgehammer? What are they going to put in that gas can? So now it's prom night. Carrie and Tommy are at the prom. Carrie looks absolutely beautiful. Tom looks absolutely handsome. They're sitting at their table, and they're filling out the ballot for prom king and prom queen. Tommy talks her into voting for themselves. Initially, she kind of wanted to sort of disqualify themselves. She's very bashful. She's very shy. She had no desire to get up on stage in front of anybody, but she decided to vote, for themselves. She didn't think they were going to win. What they don't know is that Chris has this thing rigged. She has one of her friends collecting the ballots, but as she's collecting them, she's getting rid of the ones that are actually the legit ballots, and she hands in dummy ballots that are all votes for Tommy and Carrie. What nobody notices is that directly above where the prom king and queen are supposed to be standing, there's a metal bucket rigged up with a string that runs down to the side of the stage, around the stage, and under the stage. Guess who's under that stage? And what's in that bucket? And that's it. I'm not going to ruin the end of Carrie for you. If you haven't seen the end of this movie, if you haven't seen any of this movie, you really need to. It's an absolute classic. I absolutely love Carrie. I love everything about Carrie. I think that this is easily in the top 3 to 5 Stephen King adaptations that have ever been made. I think that Sissy Spacek was absolutely perfect to play Carrie. The cast in this movie in general was all around fantastic. John Travolta's very first movie. Piper Laurie is nightmarish in this movie. She gets under your skin. Carrie is perfect. She's got the perfect look. She just the perfect presence. PJ Souls is in this movie. This was actually a couple years before the original Halloween was made. The casting in general in this movie could not have been better. And the ending of this movie is spectacular. The events that take place after the information that I gave you in this video are absolutely legendary in my eyes. The image of Carrie up on that stage, it's nightmare fuel. It's awesome. The look in her eyes, the look on her face.
Trust me, Carrie. Trust me, Carrie.
Somebody's gonna pay. I can't say enough about this movie. If you have not seen Carrie, you are doing yourself a disservice. Do yourself a favor. Watch Carrie. Alright folks, that's going to do it for my review of Carrie. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you really like this video, please subscribe to my channel. I would love for you to go on this journey with me. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, have a kick-ass day, and thank you for watching.
They're all gonna laugh at you.